Are you following the Rugby Championship? Stick around, I'll share my insights for the boil over in South America. Hey everyone, it's Coach H here. You've found Inspired by Union, a channel where I discuss Southern Hemisphere rugby. Let's dive right in. Well, history makers in South America, Los Pumas, they've now knocked off all their rugby championship rivals in the space of one season. They've put the All Blacks, the Wallabies and the Springboks on notice. In wonderful scenes, the Argentinians, they celebrated a bumper crowd, a fitting stadium to host the world champions. So 29-28, the final score in this exciting clash. South Africa dominated territory, they dominated possession. However, the South Americans, they made the most of their use of any quality ball they had. Los Pumas, they were adventurous, and 4-3 against the Springboks showed that they were prepared to back their attack in. Whilst in my preview, I picked that the South Africans would win in a tight one, I'm not entirely surprised that the Argentinians were able to get this job done at home. The big question now for the South Americans is, can they back it up and do it a week later offshore? Two contrasting halves really. The first half, both teams opened up. They were prepared to play a game of most tries wins. An unfortunate yellow card for the Springboks opened the door for Los Pumas. They took the invite, they went crashing through. I thought Los Pumas 5'8", Albornoz, he stood up, he came of age in this encounter. Knowing when to kick, knowing when to run, knowing when to pass, he had a hand in everything. Big minutes in the South African front row, 60 plus for Nietzsche and Marx. Jasper Wiese, he starts to find form after he's returned recently from suspension. For Los Pumas, Chocobates, he stood up in midfield, he was a threat on both sides of the ball. Sclavi, after experiencing a tough audition come set piece at scrum time, he was able to chip in with a try. So by far, Los Pumas' best rugby championship to date. I think the Sanzar nations have done a great service to world rugby by inviting Los Pumas in. I'd love to see the championship extended eventually to have Japan and Fiji into sights. I know they're playing their own Pacific nations at the moment. I'd like to see New Zealand perhaps contribute with New Zealand Māori taking their place in there and Australia A putting a side in. That would open the door for Fiji and Japan to join the championship. In terms of South Africa, Coach Rassie, he rolled the dice to an extent. However, they still did have a good enough squad to win this game, and if it wasn't for a missed penalty kick right on the death, they could have in fact flown back home to South Africa with the winners and the championship tucked away. As it is, an exciting rematch to go at this one. I'm Coach H. You've been watching Inspired by Union.